Hey there, call center superstars. This is your contact center coach here to tackle something every call center agent faces eventually, the awkward caller. Not angry, not rude, just different. Maybe they're super chatty, overly enthusiastic, incredibly detailed, or just a little offbeat. These types of calls can really throw you off your game if you're not prepared. The good news is that with some finesse and a sprinkle of charm, you can turn these potentially cringe-worthy moments into positive, memorable experiences for you and your customers. So let's get started.
This video is brought to you by Benchmark Portal and is a sample of over 30 micro-learning videos you will receive as a subscriber to the Learning Channel Plus, designed by our experts specifically for improving contact center agent skills. As a subscriber, you and your colleagues will receive unlimited access to the videos and instructional materials for only one low annual fee. We have a great offer right now that we'd like to share with you. Contact us as shown here or link to our website above or see the comments below.
It is important to note that awkward calls usually come from awkward callers. Remember, these callers aren't trying to be difficult. They're just trying to connect, and sometimes their communication style is a little unique. So let's look at some common types of awkward callers, as well as strategies for effectively handling these types of calls. The oversharer is incredibly detailed. They want to tell you everything, down to the smallest minutiae that can overwhelm the call. While it's important to be empathetic, you also need to manage time effectively. So acknowledge their thoroughness, then politely refocus them by saying, "I appreciate all that information. To make sure I have everything I need, could you summarize the key points of your issue?" Or say something like, "I appreciate you sharing that. Let's see how I can help you today." Then gently redirect them back to business. Awkward silences can be intimidating, but they're easily handled by offering patience and guidance. If a caller goes silent, just say, "Are you still there? Take your time, I'm here to help." Or, "Is there anything I can clarify for you?" This reassures the caller that you're still there and fills the gap without pressure. Ramblers have a reason for their call, but they take the scenic route to get there, telling you all kinds of unimportant details. Your job is to politely guide them back by using clarifying questions that gently direct them. For example, "So, if I understand correctly, your question is about," or, "That's very interesting. To make sure we solve your issue today, could you tell me specifically what you're trying to do?" Then gently steer the conversation back to the reason for the call. The chatter wants to be your best friend and may share personal things they would only share with their closest friends. While their friendliness is nice, you need to bring the call back to business by acknowledging their friendliness while transitioning back. For example, "Thanks for sharing that. Now to make sure I understand your request, can you tell me," or, "I really enjoy speaking with you. Now let's make sure we get this resolved for you." The important point is to keep the tone warm but professional as you guide them back to business. Sometimes awkwardness stems from a lack of clarity or understanding that leads to a confused caller. That lack of clarity can be solved by using clarifying questions or restating your understanding. For example, "To make sure I understand correctly, you're experiencing whatever it is. Is that correct?" Or, "I understand this can be tricky. Let's go step by step to make sure we are clear." This not only clarifies the problem, but also shows the caller that you're paying attention. Handling awkward calls does get easier with practice. Role-playing with a colleague by taking turns being the caller and the agent can be incredibly helpful because it allows you to develop your own responses that sound natural and confident outside the pressure of a live call. And don't forget that each caller is unique, which may require you to practice different approaches. For example, a caller could start as the silent type, but then turn into a rambler. This is where practicing helps you to identify those changes and to practice shifting your approach as the call evolves. Remember, you're in control. You're the professional. It's okay to politely guide and redirect a caller to provide excellent service. And remember that awkward calls don't have to be difficult. With the right approach, these calls can be transformed from potential pitfalls into opportunities for creating great customer experiences. So stay professional, be a good listener, and guide the conversation with empathy and clarity. You've got this. If you like this video, you might also like this one about effective listening, or this other one from Benchmark Portal. Just click or tap on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with others. This is your contact center coach saying game over. Now, go out there and be great.